All right, it's Tuesday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. We're just going to step right into it and start by reviewing the patch notes. Then I will head into the firing range. Anyway, we'll get right into the patch notes, get into the firing range, and test it all out. So these are the updates coming with Apex Legends Revelry. One of the biggest changes coming is the remastered Legend classes, which is, in my opinion, going to change some meta stuff up. I'm really excited about it. Revelry Legends have been reorganized on the Legends screen according to their class. You'll be able to see their associated class perk on top of that Legends' unique abilities. This reorganization will help players identify Legends that play or support the team in a similar manner and help them understand the new roles easier. There will be 5 classes: Assault, Recon, Skirmisher, Controller, and Support. I like this setup better because the other ones were pretty vague. They were not accurate. You know, like a Recon character was like Pathfinder, and the only passive he had was the scanning beacons for next rank. These make a lot more sense to me. Every Legend class also now has an associated gameplay perk that grants the Legends of that class access to new strategic options in the game. I think this is going to be so much fun. So Assault gets more ammo per stack, and access to red bins, which is going to be extra supplies here, like how Lifeline used to do on her blue bins, and how now I believe Support has access to those same blue bins. All of the support class, not just Lifeline. So Skirmisher reveal care packages. So what's in the care package, which is perfect because they want those high level guns in order to skirmish, believe it or not. Recon for survey beacons, that's staying the same, but there's less of them now. Controller ring console for next circle. Oh, I see. So Recon gets the enemy locations when they scan the beacon, but the controller gets the console for the ring so that they can lock it down. That makes a lot of sense. Because like people like Bloodhound were scanning for enemies anyway. Seer were scanning for enemies anyway, but they could also scan for the next circle. So the controller is definitely who needs that over the Recon. I like these class changes. I think they'll be a very cool dynamic to play around with. Team deathmatch is permanent, and then there's a limited time mode rotation. So we're constantly getting things like control, like gun run, things like that. I'm so glad that they finally brought this in. And because they're bringing team deathmatch in, they are sunsetting arenas, but I don't know if anybody's really complaining about that. It just never took off, which is unfortunate because it was a kind of a cool game mode, but it just didn't have the effect that they had hoped. So I'm really excited about that. I probably won't even play pubs. I might even hop into TDM for warm-ups. Over the past 3 months, I've had multiple people ask me if they should get into Apex Legends, and I straight up told them no. The skill gap is way too big for new players to get in. You get into Bronze and Rookie, you are straight into the movement-based, absolute team metas, the Apex Preds that are smurfing for content. You know, it's just a shit show. So I'm glad that there's these mixtapes, these playlists that people can actually go into and just have fun. If you want to just have fun, you can just go into this mixtape. Amazing. Spectacular. I'm glad it's permanent. Now, is the Nemesis going to surpass any of the ARs that we know and love? R301, the Flatline. I know the Hemlock's going into the care package, but we can still compare that. Will it even beat like things like the Prowler on distance? A new energy class assault rifle that fires 4 rounds per burst with a ramping burst delay that decreases the time between bursts and simulates a fully automatic weapon. I don't know about that, but we'll see. Firing range updates. So this is really cool. They had Easter eggs for the longest time. You can set their levels, so you could actually customize what you're fighting against in the range, which is awesome especially for testing. Because I can set the shield level off. I can set the shield level to max. I can get some damage numbers and see what each one does. I can and you'll be able to if you set these to max them all out and everything like that, this might actually be a fairly decent challenge for new players or even like warm-ups. I'm glad that they added customization. Unlimited ammo means no more trips back to the gun racks to reload. Thank fuck. Holy shit, dude. Oh, how long? 4 years. It took 4 years. Jesus. Moving on. Moving on. Orientation matches. New to the Outlands. Okay, orientation matches. New to the Outlands, try the new orientation match system. Meant to create an easy introduction where new players can get their bearings and learn the core mechanics of Apex Legends. To participate in orientation matches, you have to be a brand new player or party up with a brand new player to take out some bots before joining the regular matchmaking queue. Oh my god, people are going to use this to farm 20 bombs. Account selling in this community, and I honestly think people are going to use this to just farm those badges for higher value accounts. I don't know. Might get rid of the boosting community though. I don't know. I think it's a good idea for new players filling the match with mostly bots, because then you won't play against anybody who's smurfing on a brand new account. It's great for new players. It's great for old players who are smurfing, because let's face it, we're all doing it. We're all smurfing once in a while. So I think this is just gonna give a clean separation when you're first joining. Fortnite did it a while back, and it helped a lot of new players. I have friends who played Fortnite with me, could not get the hang of it. They introduced bots, and now they are flying. They are soaring. So this is good. This is good. I'm excited. Okay, into the nitty gritty. The real patch notes. Here we go. So legendary shotgun bolt. We are getting a gold shotgun bolt. Gold perk automatically reloads while sliding. So this is like the kinetic feeder for the PK. Activates while equipped or stowed. So you can be sliding with your other gun, which is great. Because the gold mags, they automatically reload. Care package rotation. Only the Hemlock and the Rampage are switching spots. I believe the RE, the bow, the Hemlock now. I haven't seen an RE for a while, but I believe it's still in there. And the Crab. So you have your four care package weapons, but the Hemlock is the only one that's new, basically. Rampage is returning to floor loot. Shit gun, even in the care package, so I'm glad it's back on the floor. I'd rather fight a Rampage than any other weapon in the game. So the Hemlock's going in the care package, which is going to be a force to be reckoned with. That thing is getting picked up by me every single time I see it. A Hemlock Crab combo will fuck your day up. I'm calling it now. Hemlock RE, you get any combination with the Hemlock, the lobby will fear you. You are stomping around like a big dick god. Go enters the crafter and Volt enters the crafter. G7 returns to the floor and Car returns to the floor. Car has gone through a lot of changes to make it not my favorite. I'm not happy about it because the Car fucking obliterated the R9 when it first came out. But I think they nerfed it into the ground. I'm not gonna lie. Gold weapon rotation, your Nemesis, Rampage, PK, Wingman, and R9. Wingman? Ooh. Wingman, PK, R9? Gold weapon rotation? People are going to have fun with that. Interested to see how the Nemesis stacks up against this combo right here, this Wombo combo. Anvil receiver hop-up has been removed from floor loot and crafting, so we vaulted the Anvil. Again, stayed for one season, leaves the next season. It's fine. Hammer points, though, are unvaulted for the Mozambique P20, so we're going to see less of them. Before, when they were purple, a lot of people got them right off the hop, and it was a very good gun. Mozambique P2020 was a very good combo off the hop with the hammer points. They're still going to be a force to be reckoned with if you find one, but they're just going to be a higher rarity, so you're not going to. Car SMG reduced base ammo capacity to 19, was 20. So not only did they take away the laser sight, they also fucking nerfed the ammo capacity. So it literally doesn't do as much damage as the R9 anymore. And the R9 has a laser sight, and the R9 increased damage. Assault rifle significantly reduced hipfire accuracy, so we're not gonna see as much. I don't think that was a bad decision, because obviously it's an assault rifle. It should have higher kick, so it should have higher hipfire. Because yeah, I was using it as a fucking SMG, and a lot of people use the flatline as a huge hipfire weapon. R301 receives a nerf, reduced damage to 13, was 14. So I think your R3 is still gonna do more damage, but your R9 is gonna pump it out faster. They're really close though. They are really close to each other. All right, Hemlock Burst AR care package edition. So damage increased to 23. They increased it 3 damage per bullet. That's amazing. Headshot multiplier increased to 1.8 instead of 1.75. That's not much of an increase, but it's still gonna improve recoil. It's gonna hit. Integrated boosted loader hop up. This thing's gonna hit. Boosted loader faster reloads at low ammo that overload that magazine with 9 extra rounds. This thing's gonna fuck people up. You are gonna witness one clips of entire teams. Mastiff spread pattern adjusted to be tighter. They do this every season. They keep just like tightening it and spreading it. They're just trying to find a good medium where it's not OP, but it's like, but it still hits hard because it's a shotgun that shoots real slow. Added tactical stocks attachment to improve reload speed and handling. That's fair because it does handle like a piece of shit, honestly. Everybody likes the PK and the EVA because of how well they handle and reload. Whereas the Mastiff is just like, you know, EVA's, PK's. I think the Mastiff probably has the longest reload time. Increased projectile size at close range. So starts big, gets smaller as it goes. Okay. That's great. So if you're in somebody's face, your spread doesn't really matter because you have increased projectile size. So you're basically guaranteed to hit more. You're gonna hit a lot more than you're used to. You're not gonna see those 6s anymore. Anyway, PK added tactical stocks attachment to improve reload speed and handling. Okay, they gave it to PK and Mastiff. Great. Increase projectile size at close range. So you probably won't see another 9. You probably won't see another 9 hit by PK. EVA 8 increased projectile size at close range. Dude, I think shotguns might do really well this season. Like these guys were doing just fine. I think they were in a decent place. PK for sure. EVA maybe a little bit underrated. Mastiff was definitely in need of a buff. But like, did you need the PK and the EVA to be buffed? They did make the Mastiff better, yeah. They made them all better though. So are you still going to pick up the Mastiff? I don't know. We'll see. Moving on to the Rampage 4 version. Reverted to non-care package version. So damage reduced to 26. Only took away 2 damage and no longer auto-energizes when picking up. Energy decays slower when not firing. Legends. Now there's some big changes I think in this. Like a lot of people thought Bloodhound was getting a nerf. I don't think he got a nerf. I like Bloodhound's rework. Seer. So your passive, your heartbeat sensor. Audio from Seer's passive is now more audible to enemy players. Activation is now delayed to match raise animation of weapon or unarmed. Lock-on indication will now only show on heartbeat cadence of target. Okay, tactical no longer shows full body scan on scan targets. Oh, they don't want Seer in the game anymore. Ultimate no longer reveals on initiation. Duration reduced from 30 seconds to 25 seconds. Cooldown increased from 120 seconds to 180 seconds. They don't want Seer in the game anymore. Who the fuck? Whoever designed Seer is fuming right now. Bloodhound. Now, I like this change. So passive is tracker, right? So before you could see just footprints of where people were going, how long ago they were there. When like with that passive. Honestly, I don't think it worked half the time. I think it was kind of bugged. But that being said, they have changed it up. White Ravens is the new one. So White Ravens will now occasionally spawn near Bloodhound when no enemies are around. You see a White Raven as Bloodhound, you know you're safe, which is amazing. When you interact with them though, White Ravens can be interacted with or scanned to trigger them to fly towards the nearest enemy player. It is an actual tracker now. You actually have something that leads you to the next team. I think that's an amazing change. I think that's a great change. I think that's going to be a pub player's dream. I honestly do. Because like if you're hunting high kill games, high damage games, Bloodhound is going to be the person to pick so that you can just keep fighting. You can just keep moving and keep fighting. Nobody's around you. Great, let's find somebody. Very similar to Skye's ulti in Valorant. Except the White Ravens don't do anything to the enemy players. The White Raven will leave a misty trail behind for Bloodhound to follow and will share this direction with their team on the map. So Bloodhound will see the misty trail, but the team will see the map direction. But really, you don't really need to see the map direction. You just need to follow your Bloodhound. Just follow your Bloodhound. Play close to him, and you're going to be fighting a lot. Using a White Raven will recover 25% tactical / ultimate charge. Okay. So you can basically go into a fight, loot up, see that there's nobody around you, hit the bird, hit the White Raven, go to the next team, and your tack and your ult will probably be up again by the time you get to the next team. Like, that's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's a pretty good change. Scanning a White Raven will fully refund the tactical charge. So you can use your Q to scan a White Raven, but a White Raven won't be present if there's enemies nearby. So you scan the Raven, you get your tactical back, and then the Raven finds you another team so that you can use your scan. I think this is a great change. I think these are great changes. Tactical, Eye of the Allfather. Reduce full body scan from 3 seconds to 1 second. So you're going to see a blip of the full body. If they're healing or something, you're going to see a blip of that. But then it's going to change to diamond on targeted, or a diamond target on scan enemies, rather than the full body. You won't be able to see them heal, that sort of thing, after 1 second. So if you're fighting a Bloodhound, and a Bloodhound scans you, don't heal, don't do anything. Make it look like you're running away even, but then pop a heal after. Ultimate Beast of the Hunt no longer recharges or speeds up the cooldown of Bloodhound's tactical. So this is one of those nerfs that had to come because of all this other stuff. I feel like that's one of the biggest things about his ult is you get your Q back so much faster. But your Q also tells enemies where you are, so Ultimate will also launch a White Raven that flies towards the nearest enemy. So this is okay. So that's how they're changing it. Okay, so this doesn't matter because this is there. As soon as you ulti, it will launch a White Raven that flies towards the nearest enemy, which is amazing, which is great. Killing an enemy while in Beast of the Hunt will also trigger a White Raven, so you can fucking go in, follow this White Raven, kill somebody, follow the next White Raven to his teammate, kill him, follow his White Raven to the next guy, and just obliterate a team. I think this is going to be a great pub stomping champion. I think everybody was thinking they were going to nerf him, but they just reworked him. They gave him a really good rework. Okay, Mirage, passive, Now You See Me. Mirage and his ally now remain cloaked after a revive for 3 seconds. So you can actually move. You can get out of the way. Weapons remain stowed while cloaked. So you can't get up behind somebody and just start blasting them while you're invisible for 2 more seconds. Drawing your weapon will remove the cloaking effect early. Perfect. This is exactly what we needed. Nobody's gonna get rezzed and then immediately just like look at an enemy, just go, bah, 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 you know? They're fucking dead then. We just needed something to get away so that we could heal. I like that change. That change is nice. Mirage clones. Bamboozles are now only triggered by bullet fire and melee. So they aren't affected by any tacticals or anything like that, or damage based abilities, it seems like. Only bullet fire and melee. Enemies who were bamboozled now receive notification on their screen. Just like how Bloodhound, when you get scanned by Bloodhound, you see you have been scanned. Bamboozle icon marker now tracks the bamboozled player's movement. Similar to how Bloodhounds used to scan the full body. Oh my god, a Pathfinder passive. Insider knowledge. Pathfinder's passive benefits are no longer gained by scanning survey beacons. Great. Pathfinder's passive benefits, ultimate charge, and 10-second ultimate cooldown reduction are now gained by revealing care packages with the Skirmisher ability. Never mind. It's just based on his class. It's not even based on his skill set. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He doesn't have a real passive. It's fine. It's fine. Max range increased by 60%. This max range is going to be 320 meters. Targeting improvements, including updated visual and audio cues. Can no longer place the end station on out of bounds. Well, that's all for Pathfinder. I was really hoping a better passive was in order, but Wraith. Ultimate Dimensional Drift. Max portal distance has been doubled 76 meters to 152. Portal duration reduced from 60 seconds to 45 seconds. Wraith now increases speed over time when creating longer portals. So this is going to be a good getaway for both her and her team. I don't think she's going to be meta after this, but I think she might be better than... This might level her out. I don't think she'll be meta. You still got to think about that Q time. Not as big as everybody, like, I don't think it's as big as everybody's making it out to. Horizon, a little bit of a nerf. This was introduced by accident in mid-season last season, where the weapon spread in Gravity Lift was increased. As well, the vertical speed of Gravity Lift was increased by 10%. So you go up faster, but you can't shoot anybody as well. Moving on to Lifeline. Passive, Combat Revive. Reduce the slow penalty on Lifeline when initiating a revive. I thought that was the dumbest thing. I can place my Q down at full speed, but I can't res somebody while just sliding by them. I have to stand up and get slowed by it. Ultimate Care Package. Decrease the drop animation of speed of care packages from 14 seconds to 8 seconds. Almost halved it. So it's going to be real fucking fast. It's real fucking... It's going to be... Done. Got all your shit. Don't know if it's going to change in higher level play, but good changes nonetheless. Ranked Q will now rotate through all maps in play. 24 hours per map. The maps for the first split are World's Edge, Stormpoint, Broken Moon. Where's Olympus? How is it still bugged? Honestly, they hate Olympus as much as Seer. Like, I want Olympus. I want World's Edge, Stormpoint, and Olympus for ranked. Those are the three, in my opinion, those are the three best maps for ranked. Have those three rotated. Why is Broken Moon in there? We had it last season. We had all of it last season. I just want Olympus in there. 3 maps, though. 3 maps for rank Q. That's kind of interesting. Consumable now show a progress bar for teammates next to their uniframe on the HUD, similar to reviving. Cool. So somebody can actually see how far along they are in the heal, rather than somebody pushing in when they assume that I've already been healed. Added damage to the scoreboard in Control. Added ability to ping for an optic, even if the optic attachment slot is filled. People are going to be pinging. I'm going to have it 2 times. People are going to be pinging 1 times, and I'm going to be looking for it 3 times. Slightly increased audio for enemies attaching, riding, and detaching from zip rails. Bug fixes. I do not want to go through all this because I don't think there's anything real worth mentioning here. But there is a lot of them, so I won't be going through them. There's a lot of them, and I don't know about half of them. So that's it for the patch notes. We're going to be moving on to... I see my game is ready to go. It is already updated. So we're going to be moving on to in-game reviews. Yeah, we're going to do that. But if you do have any questions, have anything that you want me to test out, please leave me a comment, DM, let me know, because I'm very interested in all the ideas that come my way. I am happy to go through them and happy to review them. For more Apex Legends reviews and content, follow.